All right. Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl, Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight, we're going to be talking about the hit TV show Love Island. They are on season 7 right now. And specifically, we're going to be talking mainly about a contestant by the name of Huda. Now, Huda recently has been doing interviews, and she has been painting a dangerous narrative that she was bullied, and she is villainizing 2 black women that were on the show. Therefore, I'm going to get into it and talk about it. Now, all over social media, there is a lot of caping, a lot of capping, and a lot of not holding preferences accountable. And I'm starting to see this same repeat cycle over and over and over again. Now, some of you guys may or may not know, I just recently was in New York. I covered the Diddy trial. And after I covered the Diddy trial, I just realized that the accountability that people have for certain people just ain't afforded to people with melanin a lot of the times. And this situation is no different. Now, in our community, it is a sad and unfortunate thing that colorism and certain types of conversations have to enter in. But this is one that we're just going to have to dive in on it. Now, Huda is not a black woman. Obviously, she is of Arabic descent. But after she got a nose job and plastic surgery, she looks closer to a Hispanic or a Latina. Now, there was 2 black women on the show, and their names are, and there was more than 2 black women on the show, but the main black women that we're going to talk about today is Olandria and Shelly, and how people are villainizing them to uphold Huda. And a lot of the people who I see caping for Huda are black women. A lot of the people who are making excuses for her are black women. And I just find it very interesting how the behavior that people who are not black have that would be deemed ratchet, deplorable, hood rat behavior, and despicable, it never is the same energy when a person displays those behaviors and they're not black. Now, in my opinion, I feel like Shelly and Olandria held themselves very well on the show. I think that they made me as a black woman proud. I thought Olandria and Shelly were both beautiful, but I felt like Shelly was just so adorable. I thought her voice was so cute. I thought she was so cute. Now, that's not to say that Olandria ain't as cute, but I just thought Shelly was cuter. That's no shade. That's no shade. Not pinning them against each other. They're both beautiful. I just really liked Shelly. Now, to see that people are villainizing her for standing up for herself, it really made me feel some type of way, and we're going to get into it. Now, let me go back to Huda. Wait, before I go to Huda, let me give you guys a premise of the show, because I see some of you guys in the chat are saying, like, which show is this? I don't watch the show. And I was one of those people too. Like, I had never seen a show, an episode of Love Island until a week ago. So they are on season 7. And I just kept seeing a lot of hype around the show. I started to see bloggers like Real Talk with Yanni, and she would always do videos on Love Island, but I would never click them because I didn't watch the show, so I wouldn't know what she was talking about, because I didn't know who the characters are. I didn't know who the people were. I didn't know anything about the show. I just would see stuff going on the blogs, but I didn't really watch it. But I started to see, an influx of Yanni, like, going down my algorithm of covering the show. And then when I would go on to Instagram, I would see people mentioning the show as far as like who the finalists were, when when certain people got voted off, when the winner was announced of the show, and so much more. And people were like angry, and they were like, I'm never watching this show again. And then there were people like, oh my God, this is the best show ever. And then there were people who, when the blogs announced who the winner was, they were furious. They were like, oh my God, how can you ruin it? I hope you get sued. Like, it invoked a lot of emotions, and it invoked a lot of difference of opinions. And as it pertains to like when they were showing like the finalists and stuff, I still didn't know the premise of the show. I didn't know who was who and what was what. But I just knew that people had a lot of opinions and they were very, very mad about them revealing who the winner was, them not being able to see it, and then stuff like that. So for those of you guys who don't watch the show, let me just give you guys a quick breakdown of what Love Island is. So Love Island is, like I said, on their 7th season. Now, this is an example of some of the contestants. And basically what they do, Coco is so gorgeous. She's the melanated woman. Basically what they do is get a group of beautiful baddies, okay? They get beautiful women, they get beautiful men, and they put them on an island in Fiji. So they take them, they go to Fiji, and they start off with, I think it started out with like 8 of them, or it started out with a low number. And the premise of the show is to try to find love. You couple up with somebody, you see if they're a match, and there's a whole lot of tongue kissing. Okay, so as you can see, these are more contestants of season 7. Now, some of you guys may or may not recognize Ace. Now, he is a person that was popular before the show on TikTok. He would do a lot of TikToks where he would teach people all around the world how to dance. So you would see Ace going down your timeline, and he would be teaching guys who are like Middle Eastern, don't look like they speak a lick of English, and he would be teaching them how to do dance moves to like Chris Brown. He would take like a certain particular night where it was just people with Down syndrome, and he would teach the people with Down syndrome, how to dance and stuff like that. So I was kind of a little bit familiar with Ace before watching Love Island. But when I watched Love Island, I got to know his personality a little bit more. But the premise of the show is to take all of these beautiful people, take them to Fiji, and see if they can be America's favorite couple. Now, the couple that makes it to the finale wins $100,000. Now, the name of the game is to make it to that finale, because the longer that you're on the show, the more episodes that you're in of the show, the more exposure you have, and the more cha-ching money that comes in via brand deals, putting yourself out there to land other gigs and so much more. Now, being that there is a competition element of winning $100,000, I'm not taking these love connections too seriously, okay? They trying to win the bag, and they trying to win the clout, and they trying to win the exposure. Now, once you get it through your head that this is about money, clout, and exposure, then you won't take some of the things so personally about these relationships. They meet each other, and within a week, they're claiming like they are so into each other. They're claiming that they're so bonded, and you got to realize it's a game, it's a competition. So when people are getting voted off, you have to realize it's a game, it's a competition, and they're trying to win. Now, the couple that makes it to the finale and the couple that wins, like I said, it's $100,000 that's up for grabs. So what they do is they put 4 couples as the finalists, and then they crown a winner. So then they're like, okay, this couple is the favorite or whatever. So I'm going to put the girl to the right, the boy to the left. So they say, listen, you got to choose between these 2 envelopes. One envelope has $0. It has no money. You didn't win nothing. The other envelope has $100,000, and you can take the whole $100,000. So they pick who want to go first out of the finalists. And one person picks the envelope. The girl picks the envelope. The guy picks the envelope. Now, when the girl picks the envelope, when she opens up her envelope and it says $0, she did not win $100,000. Now, the guy opens up his envelope and it says that he won $100,000. If he cares for the girl or wants to appear like he does, remember, this is about clout, branding, exposure. Now, if you look like you're the good guy, that goes good. So if you look like, yeah, I love her, let's split this $100,000, and you give the other, you have the opportunity to share your winning with your couple, okay? So you can then go and split your $100,000 with the girl or the guy that you coupled up with and are in a relationship with on the show. Now, within all of that, the show is very entertaining. You have a lot of moments where people are crying, people are excited, they're meeting their families, they're doing these challenges, they're locking lips, they're even hunching while they're in there. People are seeing each other for 1 week and they already in the bed together, bumping skins and all of that. So in between all of the drama of it all, of the girls getting into it, the guys getting into it, or whatever, I'm not gonna lie, it's good television, all right? It's good television, it's addicting, and you can see people's personalities through a lot of it. Now, the reason why I want to talk about Huda specifically is because Huda is now painting herself as a victim. Now, I feel like, you know, if Huda is going to stand in her power and she's going to just, you know, say, hey, it is what it is, then we wouldn't be making this video. But because she is trying to make herself out to be a victim, I am going to explain why she is not a victim. And I am going to go through the things that I feel are complete displays of her character and call out the Black community for caping for a preference, okay? Because y'all do it a lot, all right? I witnessed it recently. I witnessed it with this. Y'all be caping down, okay? Child, can't wait to villainize a Black woman, okay? Period. So let's get into it. So number one, Huda is wild disrespectful, okay? She's wild disrespectful. We're going to start there. So she started out immediately in a relationship with a guy by the name of Jeremiah. Now, if Shelly and Alandria are anything like me, just because me and you didn't have a direct issue, that doesn't mean that the energy that you give off cannot be exhausting. It does not mean that you can't be a person who I see your character for who it is and I really don't align with you or vibe with you that way. See, this is the thing that I dealt with in the Diddy I'll get to there, but let's continue. So she started out in a couple with a guy by the name of Jeremiah. Immediately when they got into the villa, they hit it off, all right? They started to form this bond with each other. She reveals to Jeremiah that she is a mom and she decides to pursue him. And he decides, despite the fact that she's a mom, that he's going to still pursue her. Now, as the show is going on, they're releasing new people into the villa. All right. They're releasing new girls into the mix of the couples. So let's say there's 8 people that start, right? I can't remember off the top exactly how many people, right? So they start off with like the perfect amount of people, like girls to guys. As people are bonding and clicking up, because obviously may the best man win, and it's all about coupling up. You got to find somebody, even if you don't like them, because if you don't find nobody, you're off the show. If you don't form a connection, you're off the show. If you don't act like you like somebody, and they don't act like they like you back, you're off the show. More camera time, more episodes, more exposure. Got it? Great. So as they start off with like an equal number of or around about girls to guys, right? They start to form these connections. And as they start to form the connection, they drop in 2 new beautiful girls. So as she's clicking up with Jeremiah, she's telling him she got a baby. She's letting him touch the cooter box, and they doing all kind of little sneaky deaky things under the sheets and all of that. Then 2 other beautiful girls come into the fold. Now, immediately when these girls who don't know her, have no alliance to her, the object is to get a man, get a couple, and make it to the end. The girls did not know her, don't owe her anything, don't know who her connection is. Immediately when Amaya and I believe Bella was it Bella or it was Amaya and was it Bella? No, it wasn't Bella. Bella was already there. Amaya and it was a white girl. Amaya, no. Yeah. Anyways, Amaya comes in and she's the most recognizable one. Amaya comes in. Huda is immediately talking down on these girls. Oh, F that. They're trying to take Jeremiah. He's mine. She's putting hickeys on his neck or whatever, trying to trying to knock out the competition. And she's bad mouthing the women who don't know her, women who don't owe her anything, women who they never even had a hello. She's talking mess about them, talking about them down. She talked about Amaya down. Okay, did we forget? I mean, I just watched the whole thing in a week, so I remember, she was calling them all types of things like, no, I don't trust her. Forget that girl. Whoop de whoop whoop. Was it? No, Sierra was already there. It wasn't Sierra. She was talking about these girls bad. So what did Shelly do? Shelly and Alandria, the black women on the show, they're basically trying to explain to her, listen, girl, you don't know these women. The object of the game is for them to come in, get a guy, and link up. You calling them out of their name, calling them the B word is uncalled for. You don't know them. They don't owe you anything, and you have not even had a conversation with them, right? So Shelly and Alandria is trying to make her understand, like, girl, it's a challenge. They're coming in, they're playing the game. They're not dissing you. They don't know you to disrespect you. They see the fine guys on the show. They trying to get with the fine dudes, and it is what it is. Now, when it came time for the situation to be flipped, a lot of people didn't understand the difference of a woman being mad at a girl that she does not know, has no bond with, who does not owe her anything. And they did not understand the difference of somebody who has been on the show with you for 5-6 weeks. You see the person every day, you bonding with them, you clicking up with them, and you talking to them. You keep hearing their drama. You keep trying to, consume their energy. And then I done vented to you about this guy. I like this guy. I'm feeling this guy. I really feeling him. And you going and putting your Cuda box in his face and twerking. That's wild. That's worlds different from you being mad at a stranger versus a person who has built a rapport with you, a person who has vented to you and told you how much they like somebody, and you feeling some type of way. All right? It's two totally different things, but we'll get into it. So, hold on. So we're going to get to that. Y'all said it was Hannah? Okay, it was Hannah and, thank you for the super chat. You said it was Hannah, my bad. Hannah and Amaya. And I'm not going to hold you. I cannot tell the blondes apart. And that's not being shady, but they had the same length of hair, the same color hair. And to me, they all the girls that were blondes, I could, like, when Pepe was going, and this is just a sidebar for the people who watched the show. When Pepe was going from blonde to blonde to blonde, I'm like, I didn't know who was who until they put the name on the screen. Okay? I don't know if that feel away. I don't know. But anyways, let me stop before they feel like I'm saying something that I ain't. They look like twins to me. I don't know. But anyways. So, I kind of went off course. Let me get back to Jeremiah and Huda. And this conversation is basically to people who have watched the show. So, immediately, Huda and Jeremiah, they form a bond, or they form like a couple. They call couples connections, right? And when they have these connections, or these two male and female, like they say that they're going to be a couple, they lock in. So they locked in immediately dating, right? So they start dating, and she starts telling everybody that he's her man. My man, my man, my man. He's my man. So there came an episode where she was able to, or they were able to take votes from America. And America was able to vote on which person they wanted in what couple. So for like a week or two, they were in the villa. They were forming bonds, and they had brung new girls into the show, and they were like, you know what? Who do y'all think will look better as a couple? So Love Island put out a thing where they let America decide who they were going to be coupled up with. It wasn't the girls on the show. It wasn't the boys on the show. It was the show being messy and having America vote. Now, for America's vote, they decided that they did not want Huda and Jeremiah together. It was not because Jeremiah said that he didn't want to be with her. It was not because anything. It was because they put out a vote for America, and America said, listen, who would you like to see with who? America decided that they did not want Huda to be in a couple with Jeremiah. So they decided that they wanted to take him and pair him with another girl. Now, when they did that, Huda threw a temper tantrum. She threw a temper tantrum. What the? And just went off. She went off. Now, mind you, Jeremiah didn't disrespect her. Jeremiah didn't say he didn't want to be coupled up with her. Jeremiah did not say anything out of line. He always took up for her, to me. And her response to America splitting them up, she cursed him out, okay? He was paired with, according to the chat, Iris. Now, again, I can't hold you. I should have wrote their names down because I can't tell them apart. No tea, no shade. But anyways, so as a result of America splitting them up, she went off on Jeremiah. She called him a punk ass bitch. She was like, oh, you know, because people were trying to tell her, she was like, why would they split us up? Why would they not want us to be together? And so obviously they're not watching the show in real time because they are the show. And so they're like, well, maybe, you know, people who are watching it, maybe they see something that you don't see. Nobody said, or as far as they showed us, you know, like, oh, girl, he was talking mad crap about you. That wasn't shown or alluded to have been said. She went off. She was like, oh, he a punk ass bitch. You ain't nothing but a bitch. You a bitch. Fuck you. You a, like, going off on him, like unwarranted, like he didn't do nothing to her. Nothing to her. And so he like, I didn't lie to you. Like, I didn't, like, he's calm. He didn't like disrespect her. She's calling him all type of B's out of his name. And if this was a black woman, y'all would have been calling her a ratchet hood rat. And because she gave up the coochie as soon as she did, y'all would have been calling her a ratchet hood rat 304. But because she is an exotico, okay, she got her nose done. She done got plastic surgery to her face. And the plastic surgery looks good. You know, she made a better version of herself. And, you know, she now is a preference that guys like in an exotico. And a lot of people are making excuses for her. Now, if that was one of us, we would have been talked about all kind of unfavorable things. This is why I don't date black women. Look how they act. He didn't even do nothing to her. Look at how uncouth and ratchet she acting. She was acting like a ratchet ghetto hood rat. If we being honest, okay? If we gonna try to put labels on the black women and spin it, she was a gutter snipe ratchet hood rat, calling him out of his name for no reason. Now, um, Jeremiah is a black man who, you know, I'm not gonna hold you. He's one of them types. Now, Jeremiah is very attractive, okay? And the way that I feel about Jeremiah is, I don't hold it against him because it is what it is. That's what he like. He like exoticals. He like Latina women. He like her because she look similar to an exotico. That's fine. But the reason why she got up there acting like a ghetto hood rat is because Jeremiah, who is a very, like I said, attractive guy, he is the type that makes these girls think that they are better than other women, all right? I'm the preference. I'm the one who, you know, you supposed to be fawning over. You know, I'm the exotical. Look at me, you know what I mean? So when Jeremiah, who made it very clear when Adriana came into the villa, he said, oh, that's my type right there. I love me Latino women. And he put a lot of emphasis on a Latino, and he made it very clear when other girls, like white girls, black girls, he gave everybody the, you know, like the stank face. And then when he started getting called out on it, then he started faking it till he made it or whatever. But he was looking very disgusted with everybody who wasn't of his certain preference, which is fine to have a preference. But I find it very funny that a lot of people who are mad at Ace and them for getting him up out of there, and we're going to get to that a little bit later, y'all be windmilling for a man who will never look at you in that way. But anyways, he is biracial, and he has his preference to Latina. And he makes, like a lot of these men, make these girls feel as though they are better than. So the idea of them not bowing down to them and kissing their feet, it enraged her. It literally enraged her. Now, he didn't disrespect her. He didn't call her out her name. All they did was separate them as a couple, and it was America that voted. It enraged her so much that he didn't come coddle her because she's so distraught about being separated from a man that she literally met 2 weeks prior. Okay? And the reason why you feel that distraught is because you was in there acting like a little 304, giving up the cooter box with this man. And I mean, we've been young, okay? I'm not gonna act like I ain't, you know, saw a little man that I thought was a little attractive and you saw what I'm saying, slid the panties on over. But let's call a thing a thing. You felt some type of way because you got a baby. You done let him slide up in it. And I mean, if it was with a condom or without, who knows, you know? And you felt like you own him. And when he did not come to coddle you, because you guys are doing a TV show and you've only known each other for 2 weeks, it infuriated her. She called him all kind of bitches. And as the people of my day would say, she called him a bag of bitches. Okay? She called him a bag of bitches. Now, when he then tried to talk to her and tell her, like, listen, I didn't disrespect you. Like, I didn't, you know, my bad about not coming to you. My bad about not, you know, thinking about just you in that moment. She flew a lid again. She's over there. This is the next day. She over there walking back and forth. She flipping him off. She's like, he ain't nothing. Then the very next day, mind you, this man came to her in peace. He like, listen, you know, yeah, you know, I wasn't thinking like that. I wasn't thinking to come, you know, coddle you, whatever. And I'm just paraphrasing. That's not exact words, but it was just on some like, well, I'm sorry for not catering to you in that moment. I'm just, you know, processing it all, like going through the motions, whatever. People think that we should probably be exploring. I'm just, you know, I'm just going with it. Sorry that I didn't coddle you. She flips again. So then he trying to explain to one of his boys what happened. So he telling one of his boys, like, yeah, you know, she over here tripping. She over here mad with the whoop. She walked by. She like, F you, F him, F him. He ain't nothing but a B. He a B. He a B. And just wild disrespectful. Now, that is the stuff that they showed us, okay? Now, imagine the stuff, because they cut out stuff. Imagine the stuff that they didn't show. She was that disrespectful, that impulsive over somebody who did not call her out her name, wasn't aggressive with her. Can you imagine the people in the villa, you in the villa, looking at that like, I'm not gonna look at you the same. If you are a female and you can't regulate your emotions and you blow up to that extreme, I'm gonna look at you a certain particular type of way. I'm gonna look at you like, okay, girl, like, calm down, like, let's hold it together or whatever. And then it's you thinking, okay, this is just a one time. She just got mad one time. Then she do it again. Then she do it again. Then he coupled up with another girl. Then she doing it again. After a while, that drains your energy. Now, I've seen a lot of people in the comments say, oh, well, I feel like they bullied her because they would make it uncomfortable when she would come up and she would be trying to talk to the girls. And I don't have to like somebody to the same level that you do after I've seen their true character. People are entitled to put a distance between people who are drama, people who are toxic, and people who are energy vampires. Now, let me show you guys what she said as far as the bully thing. I meant to show you guys that first, actually. But let me pull this up to show y'all how she's now, she's painting herself as being bullied before I go any further, because I meant to show y'all this first. So, hold on.
I feel like I was bullied a lot in the villa. Like I really do. And I'm glad that other people saw it too. Because it's like I really 100% thought that I was being bullied in the villa, and everyone's just like, we would never intentionally do things to hurt you, like blah blah blah. And like people are saying all these things to me. I'm just like, am I being crazy? Like, am I losing my mind here? And then, coming out of the villa and like seeing that I wasn't crazy. Like when I felt like someone was looking at me and making fun of me, I was right. When I felt like someone was talking about me, I was right. When I felt things shifting in a certain person, I was right. Like I realized I should have just trusted my intuition because I was right in a lot of case scenarios. I feel like I was.
All right. So that's her saying that she was bullied, right? And let me show you guys this, because like I said, there was a lot of black women that I saw caping for her. There was a lot of people saying that she was bullied, and it made me ask the question, do you know what the definition of bully is? I feel like a lot of people use certain words and they don't know what the definition is. Because if you know the definition of bully, where was she bullied at? When? How? If you look up the definition of bully, now let's read it together. Let's read it together. I had to look at, let's bring it to Webster. All right. So the definition of bullying, it says seek to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable. Right? Let's read it again, because I feel like people use words and it's really just being, child, let's look at it again. Let's read it again. Because I'm like, do y'all know, do we not know definitions here? What's happening? So again, seek to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable. there was not one instance on that show that she was bullied. Now, what I realized is a lot of you guys do not understand another word called boundaries, okay? If you are a toxic person who constantly plays the victim, an individual has a right to set a boundary, okay? If you do something that I do not like, me as an individual have a right to set a boundary for your disrespect. Now, we're going to get into her situation with Chris in a minute, but I think y'all also confused, and she falls in line with the white girl tears, okay? Y'all confuse them damn white girl tears as a person being a true victim. Now, on this show, she cried a lot. And on this show, she did a lot of manipulation. On this show, she weaponized them exotical tears left, right. And what I found out with social media, being a victim is big business, big currency. I seen it with fellow YouTubers painting themselves as victims in situations they caused and then flipping narratives and all of that. I see it on TV shows. I see it in real life. I see it over and over again, how people will create a victim narrative because it is big business. It is cha-ching currency. How can I make people feel sorry for me and overlook my flaws and cape for me? What do you have to do? Cry. What do we see Krishan do? She goes out, she does deplorable things, and what happens when people start trying to hold her accountable? She cries. Oh my God. And then guess what the next thing they do? Oh my God, she has been through so much, guys. She had a hard life. How can you guys hold her accountable? She had a horrible upbringing. And I'm like, majority of America had a horrible upbringing. So, like, when dark-skinned black women have a horrible upbringing, it don't be no excuses. But when certain particular people paint themselves as a victim, all you gotta do is do BS and cry. That's it. And guess what? They're gonna be bringing in a Superman cape. Watch me, you watch that Superman. Watch that Superman. Watch that Superman. You know what I mean? They about to be Superman that hoe. Oh, Superman super caping over them. Now, let me give y'all one example, right? And this is when I realized she's a manipulator. Okay? She's a damn manipulator. Now, we're going to talk about and recently she talked about how she had trauma in her life, okay? And so now, because she had a horrible childhood, and I'm not erasing what happened to her, and I'm not saying if something did happen to her that none of her family believes, if it really happened, as she says, none of her family believes it. If it really happened, I feel sorry for her. I'm not saying that it's okay, and I don't want y'all to mix my words. However, what I realized is she will do something, and instead of being accountable and saying, you know what, I was wrong, she would manipulate her tears. And the Ace and Shelly situation is the perfect example, right? So she goes on they have this challenge. Now, Shelly is the one in the middle. Shelly is coupled up with this guy named Ace. Now, let's get into this. And I might be all over the place, but child, those of y'all who watched the show, hopefully y'all could follow me. I'm not really one of those, you know what I mean? I don't really be watching shows and doing recaps and stuff like that. But when people was trying to coddle this girl and say she was a bully and try to bully my girl Shelly? Oh no. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Shelly is so adorable, child. I step in for Shelly now. No. But okay, so Shelly is coupled up with, hold on, let me show y'all. All right, so Shelly is coupled up with Ace. Now, at the time, Huda was coupled up with Chris. Hold on, let me find his picture. Huda was coupled up with Chris. And let me share how she is a manipulator, because a lot of people, again, Superman that, and watch me, you know, Superman on there. Hold on, let me get to it. Hold on. Hopefully y'all able to follow me, even though I am a little bit all over the place, honey. But I feel like if you watch the show, you know. If you know, you know. You know? You know. Anyways. All right, so she has stopped her couple with Jeremiah, and now she is coupled up with this guy right here, Chris. And before we get to the heart rate challenge and why she's a super manipulator, and before I start talking about the Chris situation, let me explain to y'all this, because a lot of people did not understand it. A lot of people were making excuses. All right. So Shelly is coupled up with Ace. They had an episode where they invited, I want to say like 4 or 5 new guys into the show. So they whisked off all of the girls that were in a couple and they took them to a separate part of the villa. And they called it Casa Amor. At Casa Amor, Shelly liked Chris. Chris liked Shelly. Now, as I told you guys, this show is, although the premise is to find a guy, the show is to get in a couple so that you stay on the show and don't get voted off. So, as viewers, we don't see the conversation between Shelly and Huda. We only hear about it later. Now, allegedly, the conversation that Huda told Shelly, and mind you, when you couple up with somebody, you're not married to them in the show, right? So it just means, hey, let me pick you so I don't go home and you don't go home, and we secure a spot on the show to stay on the show longer. According to Shelly and according to Huda, who confirmed it, she told Shelly, who was in a couple with Ace. Now, being in a couple with one person doesn't mean that you can't date around. You can see if you find a spark with another person, right? You can be like, okay, I'm feeling him, but I'm kind of feeling him too, right? So Huda, she wasn't matched up with nobody. She didn't have no guy to match up with. And there wasn't really a guy at that casa who really clicked up with her. Chris liked Shelly. Shelly liked Chris. So this is a competition show that is about strategy. So as strategy, so that Huda can secure a spot, Chris secure a spot so that he can explore Shelly further, Huda tells Shelly, hey girl, I'm gonna couple up with him, but it's for you. And basically that means I'm going to tell America that we're gonna link up, but it's really for me just to bring him over to the main house so that you can explore him. And guess what? What she thought? That she can explore yo nigga. It didn't work out like that, okay? And I'm sure that that wasn't expressed to her like that when her and Shelly had the conversation. She just told her, okay, I'll bring Chris over for you. Mind you, her bringing Chris over and coupling with him is not marrying her to him. As we saw on the show, you can couple with somebody and not really like them. We seen Ace couple up with Amaya, and that was just, let me act like I'm looking at other girls, but I really am not. You know what I mean? I'm just securing a strategy throughout the game. She couples up with Chris. Now that means I'm just going to bring him over into the house, and my intention is to explore other men. Now you had Pepe, you had Brian, you had Austin, you had all of these other guys that she could have went after, right? She made it a point to tell Shelly, I'm bringing him for you. Okay? I'm bringing him for you. So if you tell me, hey girl, you my girl. I know you feeling this guy, and I'm going to help you out so that he don't go home, because if he don't pair up with nobody, he goes home. You my girl. I know you feeling, yeah, and Taylor too. I know you feeling him, so I'm just going to bring him over for you. If you tell me that, but you really want him for yourself, you're not doing a favor for me. So a lot of people, when Huda brung Chris over to the villa and she saw that none of the other guys was choosing her, let's be honest, it's a game and it is a competition. And the person who attaches themselves to another person gets the more exposure and the money. The quicker y'all learn that, y'all will clock what's happening here, okay? So she brings Chris over for Shelly. They go back into the main house. Her and Chris couple up. Ace and Shelly's coupling up. Shelly's looking at the situation and she's looking at it like, okay, my girl brung, you know, she doing me a solid. You know what I mean? You know how you, what is it called? Being the wingman, like the third wheel. She third wheeling it for me. Like, you know what I mean? She ain't really got her nobody, but she just coming along, you know, for me. She brings Chris over there for Shelly. And then as soon as she gets him over there and she starts trying to have conversations with the other guys ain't attaching to her. So what does she do? She got to secure her spot. Okay? She got to secure her spot, because any day now, if she don't have a link, she's off the show. So she starts to latch on to Chris. She's pursuing Chris. He's very vocal that he wants Shelly. Shelly is very vocal that she's feeling Ace. But, you know, that fine 6'8" brother, he a little sexy too. You know what I mean? My man ain't exclusive. So while he tonguing it up with all these girls, I'm not going to just close off the boys. You know, he eye candy and he feeling me, I'm feeling him, or whatever. Huda starts pursuing him. So when Shelly saw that, she realized, you didn't just bring him over here for me. So then that's when you start to side eye females. At that moment, she realized, you flaw. Like, girl, you ain't, you know what I mean? Like, listen here. Listen. If your homegirl be like, girl, you with your, like, it's basically like your homegirl helping you cheat. And you find out the dude that your homegirl saying, okay, girl, like, I'm going to bring him with me. I'm not going to tell your man that y'all, you know, a thing, but, you know, I'm just going to bring him along so that, you know what I'm saying, y'all could dip off and I'll distract your man or whatever. And then you end up fucking the dude that you claim that you just bring in as a wing for your homegirl. If you are a female and you are looking at the situation and you like, girl, I thought you was bringing him for me. Now you trying to fuck him? You gonna be looking at her a particular type of way. Like, girl, if you wanted him, you could have just said that. That was the energy that Shelly was giving her because she was a manipulator. She lied and act like she was doing Shelly a favor and doing Shelly a solid when she wasn't. You was just trying to secure you a nigga. You wasn't trying to let me cheat and let me have my cake and eat it too. You was just trying to get your cake. That's what it is. So Shelly, rightfully so, started to look at her differently. That is not bullying her. That's peeping her character, seeing that she is a liar, seeing that you ain't really looking out. You just saying what sounds good. See, a lot of y'all get caught up with people who say a lot of stuff that just sounds good. It sounds good. Are you standing on that? Because it sounds good. Y'all get caught up on what sounds good and not really peeping people's character for what it is. Shelly clocked her character. She clocked that, oh, you the type that you will fuck my man. You'll act like you my girl. You will hear me vent about the guys that I like, and then you'll go after those guys. Oh, you a little 304. I can't trust you. So naturally, I'm not bestie with this 304 that will, if I look the other way, will have her coochie in my man's face. That's not bullying her. That's realizing you a 304 and I can't trust you. But because we got to be in the same house together, we got to be under the same roof together, let me be cordial with you. That's not bullying. So then she already clocks her personality. Oh, you a 304, child. You a 304? Okay, cool. So then they do the challenge, the heart rate challenge. Now, anytime Huda had a guy who did the challenges, she would get super jealous, super mad, super angry. Now, she would kiss the guys. You would see her, she would twerk her butt, she would bounce her ass, she would be slopping it down with them. And then whenever Jeremiah or the guys that she liked, they would kiss the girls, she would be throwing a fit, calling the girls out their name with the whoop. Throughout the time before Shelly clocked that she was not solid, she would be getting mad at that. Now, fast forward, they're trying to tell her, like, girl, you don't know these girls to be mad at them. Like, it's just a challenge, right? So she used Shelly and Olandria and all of them telling her, like, girl, you cannot be mad at girls who don't know you and don't owe you no loyalty and be calling them out of their name. She used that to flip it for disrespecting what Shelly and Ace had. Now, you getting mad at a girl that has no loyalty to you, and me getting mad at you because I deem you my friend, is two totally different things. A person who I deem to be my girl, we done been in this house for weeks together, we done been chilling, we done been kicking it. The respect that I have for you or the expectation that I have for you is going to be different from a person who doesn't owe me anything from a can of paint. So Shelly is expecting Huda to give her a respect of a friend, not a stranger, somebody who, you know me, you've been in the house with me, you know I like him, you know I'm feeling him. She's not expecting you or holding you to the same standard as a stranger of strange bombshell that just walked in who don't know you. She's holding you accountable as a friend. As a friend, I like him. As a friend, you know, that's my man. As a friend, they do a challenge called the heart rate challenge. And on the heart rate challenge, the gig or the jig of the challenge is to get sexy in a guy's face, tongue kiss, or whatever that you can do to get their heart pumping. Now, it's a challenge and you're trying to put stats on the board. However, if the man is my girl's man, I'm probably not going to do the most that I would do with a guy that wasn't linked to one of my girls. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but if you got morals and values, it should make sense. So on the heart rate challenge, she licks him from his cucumber on up. She starts at the cucumber of Shelly's man and licks from his cucumber up. Now, once she licks from the cucumber up, now Huda has a big butt. She turns around. And 69 style, her butt is up in his face. And then the camera's cut. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me turn off this. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. All right. So you see, hold on, let me press play. 1 second. All right, you see she's humping on Ace. Shelly gets up, she turns around. All right, so you see she's now riding him. Okay? I don't know if y'all could see that, but she's now riding him. If you guys, hold on. If you guys can see that, let me know. Why did it say my garage just closed? Hold on 1 second. Let me look at my garage. Why did I get that alert? That's so weird. Anyways. All right. So, as you can see, she's riding him. Let me play it some more. All right. So, she turns around and she goes to put her... You see that? They cut the camera. Hold on. And then the next time you see hold on, let me bring it back. Because it's very quick. Okay, hold on. All right, so she's riding him. She turns. And she goes to put her butt in his face. Hold on. Let me see. Darn it. Let me bring it back. All right. So do you see she goes to position herself in his face, right? Now, according to the cast members, okay, so do you see where his chest is? It's hard to tell here, but do you see where his chest is and where his face is? So look, his face is lifting up. Now, according to her, hold on, let me make this bigger so that y'all can really get into the manipulation that this girl do. And hopefully I can explain it to the point to where y'all can understand. Okay, do you see her position? She hasn't even put her butt in his face yet, right? So she goes to position herself. Now, according to her, she twerks on his chest. Now, look at his chest, look at her butt, and look at his face. Now, before her butt goes to his chest, they cut the camera. So let's just say she didn't ride his face. Now, according to all of the people in the villa, they say when she did this move, she scooted back and she was riding her twat on his face. Now, if you as a person can't see how that takes things way past a challenge, then you don't got no morals, okay? That's way more than just swapping a kiss. You putting your Tucci in the guy who I like, and you're twerking in his face. Now, again, look at his chest. Now, they cut the camera before her butt meets his chest. But just imagine she's on his chest and she's twerking. Now, listen to her explanation. Now, let's play this again. Hopefully, y'all, hold on. Can I slow up the playback? Let me see. I don't know if I could slow it down. All right, they cut it real quick. But now do you see she's even closer to his chest? And she's not made it to his chest yet. She has not made it to his chest yet. So she gets to his chest and starts twerking. But let's hear her explanation.
Was there ever any sexual tension between you and Ace?
Yeah, at one point I liked him. I definitely did. Like, there was a point where I definitely found him attractive. I thought he was really cute. I did not kiss him for nothing. Like,
yeah. Have you seen now the screenshots that people have posted confirming that Ace used to like a lot of your Instagram photos?
So I've seen.
Before you guys even got to the villa.
So I've seen. I've heard excuses. That is something where I can't say it's beyond me. That is his own words to be telling. It is beyond me, whether it's AI, whether he blames it on someone else, whether it's whatever, like, it's beyond me. I've heard that he's unliked all of them. Like, I don't know. I've heard, these are all word of ear. I've only been here for so long. Like, I haven't been able to catch one. I'm trying, bitch.
Okay. You better be fucking honest with me right now.
Come on.
What really happened between you and Ace in this goddamn heart rate challenge?
Oh, why is everyone thinking I went too far?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you know when I was doing it was like the dominant versus submissive challenge?
Yes.
Like I kind of just go like to everybody? Not to everybody, to Jeremiah. I did the same thing to all the guys.
Wait, okay, slow down.
From dick up. Like I went like,
okay, wait. There's a clip of your gorgeous bodacious ass turning from you forward facing to him to you doing a little spin around, ass near face, and then it cuts, and then we see you guys like getting up, and the theory online is that you put your ass in his face. Is that true? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because it's so funny. I'm just like, that is not what happened.
Like, did you ride his face a little bit with that ass? Were those ass cheeks a little round his?
No, I think that's too far. Like, that's a no-go. My butt, I think, was like on his stomach area, like this area right here.
Okay.
And I was twerking. And it was like 2 seconds too. I went da-da-da, and I got up. I'm so dead ass.
So there were no cheeks suffocating?
No.
Can you confirm, was there ever any sex?
All right. Now, as you see, even in this screenshot, where you see that she's closer, she's moving and inching back past the stomach area. So number one, she's lying. All right. According to the people that were there, they say that she rode his face. All right. Now, if you look, they cut it so quick to where it makes it look like, wait, didn't she? If she went any more back than what she is right now, which you can tell in this clip, she was positioning herself to go back more. And then you start twerking and riding his face like the people of the villa said. To me, that's taking it too far. Now, because she is a manipulator, when she got called out on it, because, she's used to having these 304 tendencies. She's used to guys just, you know what I'm saying? She throw coochie, they take it. So she thought that, okay, let me throw some tuta in his face and he gon', you know what I'm saying, go for it. Like, look at me, I'm the exotico. Look at her, she's a dark-skinned girl. Gorgeous, have a look, you know. Shelly is a baddie, okay? Shelly is a bad T, honey. Body T, face T. Shelly was just so cute and adorable to me. Anyways, if you are used to being a 304 and you're used to, you know what I'm saying, all you gotta do is throw a little bit and anybody go for it. She's thinking, look at me, I'm the preference. I'm just gonna whisk some Tucci in his face. And she thought that he was going to go for it. Now, they went further into asking her if she had feelings for Ace and if she liked him or whatever. And so this is what she had to say when they wanted to know if she liked him. Now, she weaponized this whole Ace thing, but let me play this clip and then we're going to get into how she's a manipulator.
Was there ever any sexual tension between you and Ace?
Yeah, at one point I liked him. I definitely did. Like, there was a point where I definitely found him attractive. I thought he was really cute. I did not kiss him for nothing. Like,
yeah. Have you seen now?
All right. So she admitted that she liked him. Now, if you are a female, you can get the vibe of a girl who you looking at as your friend. Y'all ain't never had no friend that been around your man, and then people start being like, girl, she looking at your man like she a Kim. She looking at your man like, girl, you better watch her. You ain't never had no homegirl that everybody clocked was a 304, and other people was like, girl, you better watch her. She wants your man. And then you start peeping certain things and you like, wait, she is intentionally coming by my man, dropping stuff and bending stuff. And she is kind of looking at my man a certain type of way. You're going to start looking at that female like an untrustworthy 304. So Shelly, who's the baddest, okay, and there's somebody that's badder than Shelly, okay? Do y'all want to know who I feel like is better than Shelly? Child, hold on. Let me show y'all. Shelly's a baddie though. Shelly is a baddie, but let me show y'all who was the baddest. Alandria's mama was the baddest. Okay, when nobody say she was a definitely child. Twice they age and given body. Okay, I see Alandria's mama and I said, girl, the baddie award goes to... I'm just being silly. I'm being silly. Alandria's mama walked up in that thing, child. Alandria's mama got up in there and she was whoosh, 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 whoosh. And as she was walking, that thing was going boom, 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 boom. And she just walking and booming it, booming it, booming it, booming it. And she just, I don't know, I felt like Alandria's mama was giving bad tea down, okay? I felt like Alandria's mama was giving it, okay? Then she had her locks with the ombre, and she came up there. She said, yeah, y'all was doing a little too much. You know, she was like, y'all doing a little too much. I thought her mama was a baddie. She's an honorable mention baddie, okay? Her mama was a baddie. Her mama was a bad tea, honey. If y'all have not hit the like button, make sure y'all hit the like button. You said the Lord is my shepherd and he knows what I want. You feel me? Anyways, let's get back to the story. So after she does this move where she rides his face, now according to, and I'm gonna take, because she is a manipulator and she's not able to hold herself accountable, I'm gonna believe the cast, okay? So even in this clip, she was rubbing her coochie on his penis. She was ramming her twat on him. Then she turned around, okay, and put her Tucci in his face. And according to the cast who were there, they say that she started to ride his face. All right, so let me just show y'all. Okay, she goes around, she's rubbing her cootie cat all on him, turns around, and then she gets in position to go and look. She's getting position to scoot back towards his face. All right, now this right here, if you're my homegirl, that's doing too much and that's disrespectful. So Shelly got mad at her and she was like, I feel like you took it too far. Like, you supposed to be my girl. Like, why would you take it that far? So then Huda, being a manipulator, I thought it was just a challenge. Now, we heard her admit that she liked him and she wanted to pursue him. But when Shelly called her out for her behavior, then she shut it down. Now, she started to weaponize her tears again, okay? She started saying, Amaya, I'm such a horrible person. Am I a terrible person? Oh my God, I went too far. Shelly's mad at me. Like, she told me that it was just a challenge and she's mad. I'm such a horrible person. Now, when she was doing all of that, I'm like, girl, just be accountable and say, girl, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. You know, it was a challenge. I liked him. And I brought Chris over here for you. So I'm thinking I could get Ace. Keep it real. Keep it real. But instead of being real, she over there crying. Oh my God, Amaya. I'm such a terrible person. Am I a terrible person, Amaya? Oh my God, I'm such a horrible person, Amaya. And then Amaya is like, oh no, you're fine. No, like babying her like she a damn baby. All for her to get off the show and be popping it like, and so what? Like showing the real 304 that she is. But because she's a manipulator, she's not used to holding herself accountable. She made herself be the victim. You're not a victim. You're a 304 and you're a hood rat and you're a ratchet hood rat. If we're going to label you the same way that a black woman would have been labeled, you would have been labeled a 304, an untrustworthy female that will steal your nigga. Okay? And let's take it even a step further. When she had her link up with Chris, that further showed her manipulation. So as I'm watching the episodes, I'm like, oh, this girl is a manipulator. She's a manipulator. She uses that crying shit to get her way. She doesn't ever take accountability. She always makes herself be a victim. And people who always make themselves be a victim, people are always looking at the black women around like, oh my God, how dare you make this precious, delicate girl cry? And you looking like, because I'm not going for that phony shit? Now I'm the villain because she fake? I'm the villain because she want to fake cry? Ciao, bye. So now you got people looking at Shelly like she is a bully. Shelly is not a bully. Shelly respectfully told her, girl, I'm mad at you right now, and I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm not about to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it later. She didn't yell at her. She didn't curse her out. Nothing. She didn't do any of that. I'm very hot right now. I'm feeling some type of way, and I don't want to talk to you right now. And Shelly went about her day. But because Huda was fake crying and making herself be a victim, then it took your focus from the fact that you supposed to be my girl and you got your Tucci in my man's face, riding my man's face. And a lot of people were like, well, why wasn't she mad at Ace? Let's be real here. Number one, she told Ace that she was mad at him. But when you are a girl and you spend time with another girl and you look at this girl as a friend, you're going to have a higher standard for your friend. Now, the dude is obviously wrong. And nobody's saying that he wasn't wrong for not avoiding the situation or saying, okay, girl, like, okay, you taking it too far, like, move. Like, obviously he played into it, so he's wrong too. But if you are a female and I'm supposed to be your dog and I'm here and you've heard me vent about this man and we've been supposedly cool for all of this time, and you turn around and try to ride the dude who I like face, and then you tell me that you're bringing a guy specifically for me, and I'm gonna assume the conversation was that she was gonna pursue other guys because, they conveniently left that part out. Okay, they conveniently left that conversation out for us to, not see. We heard about it later. I'm gonna look at you like you flawed. So, to secure a spot, she realizes, damn, I got caught out for being a 304 with Ace. I don't want to look bad, so let me not act like I want him, even though I want him. Now, mind you, when you a female and a 304 come around your man, you could tell when 304s really want your man. And you gonna tell. But anyways, so she starts back to lock in with Chris. Somebody said they're on a dating show. No one is committed to each other. It's a competition at the end of the day, which I agree with you. I agree with you that it is a competition. And if you are playing the game like that, don't be on the line crying, acting like you is a victim, and stand firm in your shit. That's where you lose respect from people like me who are real, who can look and clock and realize this is a competition. But if you try to weaponize you being a 304 and you try to weaponize and make it seem like people were bullying you when really you playing a game and you playing a cutthroat game and you don't give a damn, I'm taking whoever, nigga. I want the 100,000. If she would have went up in there on some girl, I'm not buddy with you. Don't take it personal. I'm going after your man. It would have been a different sentiment. She didn't go in as, oh, we in a competition. She went in as, this is my friend. This is my girl. We are good. And we are, exploring different things. I'm going to bring him here for you. And I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Do. No, she didn't preface it like that. That's not the same. If I come in somewhere and I'm letting you know, like, girl, listen, you cool and all, but I'm here to play the game. I'm here to get my man too. And I'm here. I'm not going act like, I'm not going to talk to him, because I am. You cannot come in acting like, and like Not Easily Swayed said, she started being possessive first. So of course the girls would expect the same loyalty for their men. Exactly. Let me put that on the screen. Exactly, because that's what people are not clocking. Like, you can't come to me and act like, okay, girl, I got your back, or okay, girl, like, you know what I mean? Making something what it ain't. And then when the tables is turned, the rules don't apply to you. Like, okay, your man is off limits for me. Your man is off limits for everybody else. But you want to put your tutor pot in everybody's face when it's other men available that's not, you know what I'm saying, that's new to the villa, that ain't linked up with nobody. It was Elon there. Brian, I feel like Brian was fair game because Brian had just came in there. He hadn't, like, he was pursuing Adriana at first, but you know what I mean? Like, all of the things are the things. So yeah, girl. Now let's go to her and Chris. All right, let's go to her and Chris. Not you saying Tootie Pot. Don't be mocking my little made up words. Don't be mocking my made up words. But and on top of that, like, nobody is entitled to continue to like you if they see your character is flawed. Okay. Let me see, because I had wrote a couple of things down. Oh, and this is another point that I wanted to make too, right? Girl, Taylor got on my nerves. You said you glad Taylor left. Oof. I don't know what it was about Taylor. And it wasn't the fact that he led Alandria on because, again, it's a competition. He linking with Alandria to try to, stay in the game. Now, he was dead wrong for not telling her, girl, I'm linking with you, you cool, but I don't really think you cute like that. Like, he was wrong for not telling her that. But I understood he trying to secure his spot. Okay? Now, the people from season 6 all throughout. Now, I got the little $7.99 package, okay? We didn't get the big body no ads Peacock package. I got the little $7.99. I got the little $7.99. You know, we got commercials in between and all of that. So, mind you, again, like I said in the beginning, you said you want me to, who you want me to talk about that I ain't talked about? We'll get to it. I got nothing but time. It ain't a lot of us on here. I ain't did a video in a while, but child, we got time, baby. We got time. Oh, that was my point. All right. So, Taylor definitely gave DL his he triggered me so bad. And it wasn't because of the Alandria thing. It was because, child, you ain't batting for these teams, period. That was, like, really my issue with Taylor because I felt like, do you even really like, it's not that you don't like Alandria, because there was other women that he could have pursued. It just was given, like, even when he was kissing the other girls and all that, I'm just like, it ain't giving you batting for this team, honey. But I really don't know. We don't really know. Now, again, the whole thing is a competition, right? It's a competition, and all the while that I was watching the show, I was keeping in mind, number one, this is a competition. Number two, this is a heavily edited show. This is a show that they show you what they want to show you. Now, when it came to Sierra being voted off, they were not even real with the audience about the reason why she left. They're like, oh, Sierra just randomly left because of personal issues. All right? So you have to keep in mind that this is a show that shows you what they want you to see. Now, my assumption of Huda is based on what was shown, okay? What was shown and what was also validated in everybody else's response about it was that she was a manipulative, ratchet 304 that could not control her energy or her emotions. And she got away with it because she's an exotical and she's not a black woman. All right. But while I was watching the show, I kept in mind, number one, the longer you secure a spot, the closer you are to winning $100,000. The closer you are to winning $100,000, the closer you are to other brand deals to secure the bag as well. Now, all of y'all are fooled, or not all of y'all, some of y'all are fooled as it pertains to Nick and Alandria. Child, please. That crap is not fooling me at all. I watched it. When I made the statement, I was on episode 32. I finished the episode and it still ain't fooling me, child. It's given, we trying to secure some brands, okay? Period. That's my opinion. Now, I'm not saying it to be a fact, but that's my opinion. Now, when season 6 contestants won, they won $100,000. They were able to do these brands and everything like that. Now, all while I was watching this show, I had the little $7.99 package. Now, I don't know if the people who don't have ads also got the same ads that I got, but you know what I'm saying? I said, I don't really know if I'm going to really get into this like that. So we gonna just get our feet wet with the little $7.99. We're going to watch some ads and call it a day. Now, all throughout me watching the show, they would show CeraVe ads with the contestants from last year. So not only do you win $100,000, but you're also securing future exposure and future brand deals with the brand Love Island. So all while all of these people are fighting for their chance, the previous winners are getting the bag with CeraVe and they're getting exposure all through this. Now, from them winning that season, then you also see commercials for the spinoff show that they did called Beyond the Villa. So the longer that you're on the show, the bigger chance that you have an opportunity to secure future TV bags, future brand deals. Now, when y'all realize that, then you will realize not to take these actual couplings, you know what I mean? Like, to the extreme. The only reason that I'm going so hard on Huda is because she's painting that victim narrative and people are villainizing two black women. Now, when I watched the show, I wasn't really taking stuff that she was doing personally like that. I felt like she went too far as it pertains to Ace, but I wasn't taking it personal. Like, oh my God, I can't stand Huda. I'm so mad at her. Like, I wasn't taking it too far like that. But the moment that you start weaponizing your tears and you start villainizing black women for holding you accountable and you start these dangerous narratives, then I'm going to look at you a particular type of way, because now it's not just a part of the competition. You lost the competition and now you with the BS. Now you, oh yeah, I liked him. Oh, it was because of Shelly that I couldn't really act like I liked him. No, you showed who you were. Let's be for real. Okay? So, that's something that I wanted to talk about too. Now, as it pertains to Huda and Chris, Huda and Chris. So once she got into a relationship or a coupling with Chris, she was back to that same manipulative behavior. All right. She is a huge manipulator. Now, she, again, is used to coddling, getting her way, and things like that. So she goes on here, she couples up with Chris, and they form a thing to where they're going to stay on the show. So she links up with him. And because she was on the show and she already gave up the Tuda cat. No, I'm about to get to the bed argument now. So she links up with Chris, and because she already gave up the Tuda cat to Jeremiah, when it comes to her pairing up with Chris, she want to act like she not really stunting him in front of everybody, right? So remind you, she faking it to Shelly like, girl, I'm bringing him for you. So when Chris is over there trying to kiss her, she looking around like, who watching me kiss you? Because mind you, I'm supposed to be a girl's girl, and I'm supposed to only be doing my girl a solid. I can't be acting like I want to kiss you. So Chris starts to find an issue with the fact that she don't want to kiss him. So when they go to bed at night, mind you, those of you guys who watch the show or don't watch the show, they're all in the same room together. But the beds are, they're next to each other. They in their bed under the cover. So when they're in the bed under the cover, she want to kiss him. She want to kiss him. She want to give him some tutor box. She want to, give him that whippersnapper. And they call it folding. You know what I mean? What we call having hanky-panky shaboinking. You know what I'm saying? Going, the cucumber into the hole. What we call that, they call on the show folding. So she want to be in the sheets with him folding. You know what I mean? Going over to the side, sliding her panties to the side, and he, inching his way on in or whatever. So they doing all of this action. So after he do all of this action to where, he done slid on into her sugar walls or whatever, the next day, he feeling like it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I done got them sugar walls, at least a little bit of however much he could and whatever, inching of it that he was able to do. So the next day, he trying to kiss her. So he goes to kiss her and she like, I don't do no PDA. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't like all that PDA stuff. You trying to kiss me? So Chris, he looking like, girl, I just slid up in there. Like, my cucumber was just inside you last night. And so now that we in front of people, you don't want to kiss me? So he confronted her about it. And so she acted oblivious, like she don't understand where he coming from. Huh? I mean, how don't you understand? Like, I want to do things different with this connection. Like, in my last connection, I was like, I was fast to give him the draws and I was kissing him and everything. And now with this connection, I mean, even though I was fast to give you the draws, like, I don't want to act like I want to kiss you and stuff. So the guy, he looking like, is you cool? So he feels some type of way about it. And mind you, if you are a female and you dealing with a guy, but he only calling you over at 3 a.m., but in public, he don't want to be seen with you, you're going to be feeling some type of way. So he looking like a 3 a.m. booty call that you can't be seen in public with. So he like, why you acting like I'm a butterface that you can only see after midnight? What's that giving? And she over there, I don't want to move fast with my next connection. Like, and he like, so he over here looking at like, girl, obviously he not going to call himself a baddie, but if you a female, you going to be like, I'm a bad bitch. Like, what you mean? You only want to see me at 3 a.m. You're going to be offended by that. So he was offended by that. Like, you'll take my cucumber, let me slide up in you, but kissing me in front of people is where you draw the line? Huh? So he had a boundary. Okay? So he set a boundary. You're not just about to get this D at night and you're not about to treat me like a $2 hooker. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me treating you like a $2 hooker. So he set up a boundary. So then the next night or whatever, after he confronted her and told her like, listen, I don't particularly like how, you want me to slide up in you, but you don't want to kiss me. She acting like she don't understand. So then the next night they get in the bed. And she act oblivious to the whole conversation that they had about him feeling like Why are you trying to get my cucumber and you can't kiss me in person? So she act like that didn't never happen, like they didn't have a conversation. They get in the bed. He say, listen, I'm not about to be treated like no $2 hooker, and he goes to sleep or tries to go to sleep. All right? He tries to go to sleep and she poking him. Wake up right now. You got 3 seconds to give me some attention or else I'm going to have an attitude all tomorrow. Excuse me? Girl, you can't get this cucumber like that. I ain't no $2.304. And I ain't no after midnight butterface either. You ain't just gonna get me to slide up in you and then act like I'm a Ugmo in person. So he looking at her like, girl, I'm going to sleep. Period. And she over here like 3, 2, 1. You better cuddle me or else type vibe. And so he just roll over like, you know what I mean, girl, bye. That infuriated her. And she did not understand at all. So then she goes back and she crying again to Amaya. She crying again to Amaya about, he's mad at me because, like, girl, is you slow or is you slow? Every time somebody tried to hold her accountable or set a boundary, she then turned around and acted like they the problem. So that was another situation where I realized that she is a huge manipulator. And whenever anybody sets a boundary for themselves, she then turns around and weaponizes her tears to erase accountability and understand where he's coming from. So then they go to the final scene where he leaves her on the thing and the conversation comes up again and he's like, listen, I don't really like how you trying to get this D in the middle of the night, but you're not really trying to F with me in public. And so she doing all this disrespectful stuff like a ratchet hood rat, okay? So she at the table like a ratchet hood rat, popping her neck and doing this while he trying to, he calmly trying to tell her his side, like, okay, listen, I feel like, he don't say $2 hooker, but basically like, I feel like a $2 hooker that you know what I'm saying? You treat me like a ugly butterface in the middle of the night that you can't see in public. And I don't really like that. That's my paraphrasing words. He didn't say those words. That's just, that's just lingo. That's just my lingo. So he's trying to express himself to her and she over here basically giving him the face like, and so are you done? Is you done? And like, she's not saying that, but her body language is given. So he sees her body language, which body language is language too. He sees her body language and he's feeling disrespected. So he's like, you know what, girl, I'm not about to argue with you. I'm not, like, do you want to continue this or not? Like, do you see us together? Do you see anything about us for real? She like, no. He said, okay, girl, bye. Girl, bye. I'm out of here. So then she over here acting like the victim again. She goes, tells Amaya, he over here feeling some type of way because Child, a mess. You said low-key he was scamming because he constantly kept saying we can work it out. He just wanted to secure his spot. I mean, at the end of the show, the whole thing is to secure a spot. Now, Huda was trying to secure a spot too. Her thing was she was only bringing Chris over there for Shelly. So let me act like a couple with him to secure my spot. but he really for you, and I'm gonna try to find somebody else. She trying to secure a spot. He trying to secure a spot. They trying to win 100,000. Now at the end, they was the 4 finalists, and if they would have won the 100,000, he would have been able to take his 100,000 and run without her. You know what I mean? But those are my things about it. Now I have a lot of opinions about Amaya, but you know, should I just go over how I feel about Amaya, or should we leave it at Huda? Now, I'm not going to do multiple videos of Love Island, but because I was so heavily invested in watching it, you know, well, you know, they coddle their preferences, child. That's his bad. That's his bad. I gotta get some more. Do y'all want to hear what I feel about Amaya? Now, let me just tell y'all what I feel about Amaya real quick, because again, wait, before I go to Amaya, this is also a major point that I meant to make in the beginning. This is also a major point that I wanted to make in the beginning. Before I go to the next person, this is what I want to say. This is Huda before plastic surgery. All right. And this is one of the points that I wanted to make. And child, I had all of these different points that I wanted to make, but child, sometimes when I get to going, my mind be going all over the place. Another thing that I realized with Huda is she is a very insecure woman. She acts insecure, and internally, she's not able to realize if a guy really likes her, because number one, she used to just throwing coochie, okay? And 9 times out of 10, whether you a dime, a 9, a 7, 6, 5, a man gonna take it. All right? Now, this is Huda before plastic surgery. All right? Huda was a very basic looking Arabic woman. Now, she wasn't ugly. All right? I'm not going to say that she's ugly, because she wasn't ugly, but she was very basic Arabic woman. This picture, it wasn't nothing to where you walk by her and you going to do a double take and break your neck at all. All right? You're going to look at her as a basic Arabic woman. Now, this is her as well before the plastic surgery as well. Now, internally, a lot of girls, even though they do the surgery, they get the nose job, they do the plastic surgery to enhance their things, on the outer, what people see is this. Now, once she did the surgeries, she put whatever these freckles on her face. She did her nose. She plumped up her lips. She started to, do whatever to her face to enhance it. Now, once she did that, she basically enhanced her beauty. Now, I feel like now after the surgery, she did good. Like, she did good with the surgery. But internally, she's still the big nose Huda, that where her nose goes like this, and then it's a big lump underneath. Okay? You said she did her chin too? Yeah, she did her chin. She reshaped. She did a whole bunch of stuff to her face. All right? And her nose, when you look at it close, and this isn't to shade, not to discriminate or whatever, but it's just real. She had a nose that, it went forward, and then it was like a lump in front too. Internally, even though she's done these enhancements, this is the Huda that she really is internally. Okay? She got her body done. She got her face done. She got her whole everything done body down, face. She invested into herself. And now on the outside, she looks like this. But she's really deep down the original Huda. Okay? She's really the insecure woman that prompted her to cut into her face and cut into her body. And that's why she uses her body so much. And she's so used to men, okay, being so easily impressed with her giving the bare minimum, because now that she has got the BBL and now that she has did all of this stuff to her face, it really don't take much for a man to do a quick fuck. But a lot of women, they confuse a guy willing to stick his pecker in you to a guy willing to wife you up. And so because a guy is so easy for her to throw Tucci and he take it, she confuse it with something else. So when guys give her any type of accountability or try to hold her to a certain level, she explodes and she can't take it. Okay, that was another point that I wanted to make as well. Now let's go to Amaya. Amaya Papaya. Now, her other sisters are gorgeous. What was the sister? The sister, I feel like that was all of them. I mean, both her sisters were cute, but the one who had the pink, I think she had like a pink dress or whatever. There was one sister that had a gap, and then the one that didn't have a gap. Child, she was it. But anyways, so let's go to Amaya. Let's talk about Amaya really quickly. Now, I don't know if y'all gonna be mad at me, but is this a safe space? Before I say what I want to say, y'all let me know if this is a space. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if this is a safe space. Okay, let me know. Let me know if we can really get into some things. Let me know. Let me see. Amaya and Brian. Wait, I thought I already saved their pictures. Hold on. Where are their pictures at? Hold on, let me grab their picture. Y'all said this is a safe space. I can really give it up. I can really give it up and tell the truth. Can we tell the truth here? Or not? Let me pull some of her pictures real quick. Let me pull some of her pictures. All right, so did I already tell y'all I feel like the whole Nick and Alandria thing is funny? All right, cool, we got there. All right, so let me go to Amaya Papaya. All right, so this is Amaya. And Amaya came in like a wrecking ball. A wrecking ball. All right, so this is Amaya. She is Dominican, and she is a firstborn American. All right. So her parents are Dominican. Her first language is Spanish, but she was born here in the United States. All right. Amaya, to me, is a very pretty girl. Very pretty girl. Her eyes are gorgeous. I think that I really resonated with the fact that she was a girl's girl. And I really resonated with the fact that she wasn't messy. Like, she wanted the best for everybody. And I thought that that was dope. Now, because she was a girl's girl, and because she had a beautiful personality as it pertains to the friendships with the girls, people got mad that she was not being welcomed with open arms by the guys. Now, they're looking at her and they're angry at Ace because Ace picked her and basically kind of dissed her. They're mad at the fact that Austin, he picked her and then he dissed her. Now, if this is a safe space, Amaya the friend, and I think a lot of people are mixing up the fact that Amaya, her morals, her values, how she is a girl's girl, how she sticks up for girls, is not the same Amaya that a man dates. I think a lot of people who were watching the show, they watched and they looked at her girl's personality and they confused that with chemistry and dating. When it came to her linking up with the guys in the very beginning, she was very rambunctious. She was very aggressive. She was, when she was kissing the guys, she was very off. Like when they would be kissing, I would cringe because I'm like, Amaya, girl, have you ever kissed a man before? What's it giving? Like when she was kissing them, I'm like, is she biting them? Is she using teeth? Like, what's happening here? When she was kissing them and they were having the challenges where they were kissing her, I was looking like, that don't look enjoyable. It don't look sexy. It doesn't look, like this. And then whenever she would link with a guy, she wouldn't organically like let it build. She would automatically be like, yeah, babe, like we're together. Now, again, I understand that in the Latin community, you use babe and mi amor and things like that. And so I understand that those are some of the lingos, but her behavior along with those words, I understand the guys who felt like she was a little bit too like in their face too much. Now, who you are as a friend and what you would think as a friend is cool is not the same thing that guys want. A lot of, like, I'm one of them type of people, like, I don't like all that extra rah, be like, girl, chill out. Like, girl, I just want to chill. I just want to talk to you. And you, all in my face. I'm like, back up, girl. Like, you're doing too much. When she first came in, Amaya was a little extra. All right? She was a little extra. But because people would see how she would interact with the girls, they would feel like, how dare they not want to be with Amaya? And it's like, her as a friend and her as somebody who dating her, that's two different Amayas. Dating Amaya is annoying. Friendship Amaya is dope. Like, she's a girl's girl, but she's annoying as, like, you know what I'm saying? What you looking for in a friend is not what a guy necessarily wants out of a girl. Like, and also too, whenever they were kissing, they kissing like 5 people back to back. The kissing looked off. You know what I'm saying? They in 100-degree weather. You don't really know what it's given like in person, if you get my drift. And I'm not saying that she has any odors or anything like that, but you really don't know what, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not there. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not there. So she would go, and like I told y'all with Huda, being a victim is big currency, okay? It is big currency. So whenever the guys, and she would kind of like force herself on the guys, whenever they didn't want her, she would cry. Okay? She would cry and start boo-hoo crying. Now, she's a sweetheart. She's so nice. She has a great personality. She's bubbly. Oh my God. So America's watching and they're like, oh my God, how can you make this sweet girl cry? And I'm looking at it like, y'all don't see how clingy she is. Y'all don't see how, like, you know, yeah, she's a girl's girl. And yeah, she has a beautiful personality. But dating wise, y'all can't see how the two is different, you know? And then, let's be honest. A lot of people are not realizing she also, to me, what sounds like, now I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. She's a nurse. I'm not a doctor. She sounds to have a speech impediment as well. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, she talks that way because English is not her first language. I live in California. I've grown up with Hispanic women and men my entire life. I've grown up with people who have come to my school that did not speak a lick of English. And I have a friend that integrated. She came to my school in the 4th grade. She didn't know not one single lick of Spanish. Her mama spoke complete Spanish. Her mama didn't speak a lick of English. And her father, he knew English, but he kind of like, you can talk to her dad with English, but he knew Spanish. My friend does not talk like that. And she did not have a lick of English, and that was in the 4th grade. Amaya was born here. So the reason she talks like that is not because she speaks another language. Adriana speaks another language. Pepe speaks another language. People that you know in your real life speak another language. They don't talk like that. She has like a certain type of lisp. And it's either like, and again, I'm not a doctor. But when she talks, she says, I got an opportunity. And it's not because she's speaking she was born here. Okay? This isn't like, yes, her first language may have been Spanish just because she learned at home, but she was born here. Okay? And so when she talks, she has this kind of like, like she has this like dragging of the tongue, like where she's like, I'm so happy that I got an opportunity. And what other word was she saying that she just could not get it right? She was like, I don't know. It was a couple of things that she was saying that was just not the word or whatever. And a lot of people, they equated it to her English not being her first language, and that's not it. All right. So you have to understand on top of, yes, and she has a very, very thick tongue too. Yes. So on top of that, you have to understand her personality. She doesn't talk like, and it's not the language thing. You know what I mean? It's the way, right. Somebody said, I peeped that her mother spoke clear. Exactly. Her mom didn't talk like that. All right. So that's why I'm like, people who are saying that. So I say all that to say, and that's not to take a dig at her. That's not to take a dig at her. That's not to devalue her. That's not to, because again, I feel like she's a beautiful girl. I feel like she is amazing personality. And I love the fact that she was a girl's girl. And I think she's gorgeous. Body T, face T, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that. That's not a knock. But when people are dating you or whatever, and they look at the way you talk, the way you act, if you're rambunctious, like to some guys, that might be a little annoying. That might be a little annoying. Okay? So when she was linking up with guys, I wasn't really taking it personal that they weren't really immediately clicking with her, because I saw that she would like latch on. And I saw how she would be as she was kissing the guys, and it just was off. Like, it was like very like aggressive and very forceful. Now, when it got to her and Brian, I feel like she done kissed enough people. I started to see Amaya smooth it out. Okay? So, as she was on the show and she's going through the challenges and she's dating the guys and they're not really linking up with her, clicking up with her, as she was going through the show, the kissing challenges and the certain stuff, I started to realize that she was picking up on it. Okay? Like, you know, it started to be less cringy. It's, you know, she started to not be as aggressive. She started to, like, you know, take up for herself and not really, you know, do too much, or, you know, she started to scale back a little bit, but still being herself. And when Brian came in at that point, I feel like she had some growth there. All right. So she had realized how she was kind of too clingy for this guy, too clingy for that guy, or whatever. And, you know, all throughout these times, she's crying. So she's crying a lot. So everybody is looking at her like the underdog and the victim, all right? And everybody roots for the underdog. Now, that's not to take away from her personality. Her personality, I really enjoyed watching her. And I loved how she was a girl's girl. I can't express that enough. And I thought that she was super cute. As she got on the show longer and she linked up with Brian, by that time, the chemistry, you know, was more natural. All right. So once she started hanging out with Brian, they start making a connection. They start vibing off each other and basically feeding off of the fact that they both come from Hispanic backgrounds. They had an understanding for one another. I felt like they had a good vibe. And at that time, once she started to kiss Brian and they started to have they like kissing thing or whatever, it looked a lot more smooth. I was like, you go, girl. I feel like I saw her growth as she was on the screen. So because she cried and cried and cried, I feel like that made people root for her even more. That made them want to root for the underdog. Like, oh my God, this poor girl, all she wants is love and somebody to love her. And, you know, they're not really giving her that. So then it made people, because they liked Amaya, they started to vilify Ace. How dare you not want her? You know, so now they hate Ace because he don't naturally click with her. Yes, he probably shouldn't have picked her and knowing that he didn't want her, but it's a competition. He don't have to want to marry the girl tomorrow. He doesn't have to want to marry her. Like, come on. But because she has a likable personality, people are confusing her likable personality with making it, because you like her, you think that a guy gotta want to wife her up. You as liking her as an individual and somebody dating her, that's two different people. Okay? Now, I feel like that's where the vilification of Ace started. Now, people started to vilify him because of Amaya, and they also started to vilify him because he knocked out the competition in Jeremiah. Now, even though Jeremiah made it abundantly clear that he not here for black women, even though he trying to cape and act like he he would have went for a Landria, boy, bye. Doesn't take away from he was competition for them. All right. And I feel like they knew that he was competition. And so they got him up out of there. Like, child, bye. He out here taking all the women. And they locking in. He too loyal. He looking too, hell nah. That's why he starts saying, you trying to scam the competition, because he was trying to make sure that he won the money. I didn't take it personal. I didn't take it personal, but I think a lot of people who looked at Jeremiah and they looked like, oh, you know, he's so cute. You want to see him on the camera. You want to see him get a connection, this, that. Then you can start to get mad at somebody who would X him off of the show. And I'm like, a lot of the people who I'm seeing cape for Jeremiah would never date them. So that'd be funny anyways. But back to Amaya. So I feel like Amaya, you know, I'm not mad at it that she won. I think that her and Brian, like I said, I think that they look good together. By the end, they showed that they kind of, you know, really gelled together. They showed that they had chemistry and they look good together. My personal favorite was Shelly and Ace, because I like Shelly mainly, you know, and I wasn't mad at Ace knocking out the competition. I like to see that his personality that he had, or because I don't follow him on TikTok, but I would see, you know, on Instagram, him doing the dancing videos with everybody around the world. I like to be able to see that his personality, like he really was, you know, standing on business on there and stuff like that. I enjoyed it. So that's my opinion about Amaya. I think that she had a beautiful personality. I think that Amaya and Brian basically won because she's a sweetheart. She has a sweet personality, and because she was the underdog. She was the girl who cried the most. And people love to see a comeback story. So to see the girl who's always crying, it's like the person who, you know, they never could get a chance on the football team or the baseball team. They always striking out and they always crying, oh my God, poor me. Nobody loves me. Nobody likes me. And then they finally have a Prince Charming, or they finally get to hit a home run and take the team to the Super Bowl, or, you know what I mean? And now they the champ or whatever, because all this time you're rooting for the underdog. I feel like she was the underdog and she has a great personality. People like the fact that she was a girl's girl, and I feel like that she won. I'm not mad at her winning. My personal favorite was Shelly and Ace, but I'm not mad at it. Right? With that being said, is there anything else I wanted to go over? Let's see. Oh yeah, and I wanted to point out Huda the type that she'll do something disrespectful, and because she not mad, she wants you not to be mad. But what else did y'all want me to talk about? Because I feel like, child, all you gotta do is go on these shows, cry a lot. The more you cry, the better that you gonna make it for yourself. The better opportunities you gonna have. Cry, cry, cry. Victim, victim, victim. I feel like that is the biggest currency on these shows. Okay. You said, but do y'all want me to, how many people are, the way he handled it was wrong. People didn't even like her at that point and were still calling Ace out. People liked Amaya because she seemed more genuine than anyone else. Possibly. I didn't see it that way, but it's possible. It's possible. But who else did y'all want me to talk about? I know y'all said y'all wanted me to. I enjoyed the show too. Child, I binge watched the whole thing in a week. Do you think Brian really likes her? I'm still 50-50 about him because Amaya was not on his radar until he realized she was America's favorite. Clock it. I think they look good together. I think that he's not stupid. I think that obviously it's a competition, so to get in the game, I might need to switch up my strategy. So I think that he definitely used strategy. Now, along the way, can you start to like somebody or develop feelings? Possibly. Do I feel like a lot of it was strategy? Absolutely. Do I feel like he fell in love in a week? He was only there for a week. Do I feel like he's head over heels for her in a week? No. But do I feel like, let's get this bag, let's get this money, and over time, we might fall deeply in love, or we might, really fall for each other? I think it's possible. I don't think they head over heels and madly in love like people think at this point. But I mean, he may like her. Not saying he don't like her. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that they, about to be to a point to where they ready to walk down the aisle. I don't feel like that's realistic. But a lot of people are looking at them like, oh my God, I love their union. Look at them. They're about to get married. And I'm like, child, he was only in the damn house a week. You think they in love in a week, child? I mean, I'm like, what's that giving? That's crazy. But let me drop the link. Oh shoot. Child, they done changed the way StreamYard look. I'm like, what? Oh, child, I gotta learn how to use this now. Sierra, what about Sierra specifically? You said you mad at me for making, girl, I was into the show now. Even though, like, I have these strong opinions, I enjoyed the show. Do you think Ace will cut his friend off for what she said about Shelly? What'd they say? I didn't see it. What did they say? What did the friend say? Child, not me drinking the melted water. What the friend say? I didn't see it. If y'all want to come up, click the link. If not, then, I'll do some other topics. But I don't expect this video to get a lot of views or whatever, because I didn't cover this show when it was on. I just started to watch it. And I didn't plan on doing commentary on it. I just was gonna watch it, just do my little post on my community tab. No. Are you a Nicolandria shipper? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I am not convinced. I look at them like they playing the game. He told her, and him and her had a understanding that we're going to continue to save each other. And again, if Sierra is your girl and y'all friends and she humping on this man and they having intercourse and she leave one day and you in love with her man the next day, like, child, I ain't here for it. I mean, not that I'm not here for it. They grown, they could do what they want, but I'm not a Nicolandria shipper. They was only so-called together for a week. People like, keep watching me, keep watching. They develop. I'm like, child, y'all is easily fooled. Them people, they done swapped 2 kisses and now that y'all saying that they in love. Girl, bye. This is a competition. And at the end of the line, brand deals is at the end of it. Child, bye. They is not fooling me at all. I think that, it look good, sound good, but am I here for it, or do I think that they just, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I do not. I'm not a Nicolandria shipper. I think that they just playing the game. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach. But if any of y'all want to come up, that's the link. If not, then I feel like I went over mostly everything. I think I went over everything that I planned to go over. Anyways, you said Huda was pulling that ish episode 2 when she cried because Shelly said don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so if that's all, folks, we will end the video there. Oh, what do I feel about Alandria kissing Ace in the blindfold challenge? What do I feel about Alandria kissing Ace through the blindfold challenge? Let me look it up. I don't even remember. Oh, let me see. I know the blindfold challenge was when they was locked to that thing. Love Island blindfold challenge. Let me type it to refresh my memory. Was the blindfold challenge when they was all kissing each other back to back? I kind of was disgusted at that challenge. I probably didn't pay too much attention because I'm like, y'all kissing 5 people back to back. It's nasty. I would have been voted off the show. That's the only thing that, you know, if they have a Love Island for the mature, up in age women like myself, you know, we up in age now. If they have, do you feel like Sierra was performative nice? I feel like Sierra was going with whatever Shelly and them was going with. I feel like whatever team Shelly was team, whoever Shelly, I think she was like a Shelly kind of follower. Like whatever Shelly wanted or whatever Shelly did, like she was down for it. If that makes sense. So if that was performative nice, I don't know. But if they have a Love Island 35 and up club, sign me up. But I'm going to be voted off in the first day because if they line up 5 guys and be like, kiss all 5 of them, I'm gonna be out. They going to think I'm a prude because, I mean, I just cannot see myself kissing him. And then there was times where people had bumps on their lips. And then there was times where they did certain challenges and they, you know, like that one baseball challenge when Bella got voted off, she had that big bruise on her lip. I'm like, somebody done bit her lip or busted her dang lip or whatever. Now she got a big bruise on her lip. And then you saw Nick with stuff around his lip. And then, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, child, they kissing him. This one got a bruise on their lip. This one got this on their lips. And then you sticking your tongue in all their mouths going down the line. I ain't built for that. I don't feel like I'm built for that. Like, I really got to put my tongue in your mouth. You got to put your tongue in my mouth. Ah! We got to stick our tongue in, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I'm not even attracted to you. And I just got to like, I don't know. I think that's why they got the show for such, like, the age range that they have, like 21 to 25 or 20 to 27. Was 27 the oldest person? I don't know. But I feel like that's why they got the age range where it is because Henny said, yeah, I'll sit that one out, vote me off. Right. Like, child, I'm not going to be able to do it. But y'all not clicking the link and I'm not about to keep talking to myself. So I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to record some videos about other topics. I'm going to, right, people do be having bad breath. People could be brushing their teeth and then still breath stink. Right. Putting milk in their mouth and then spitting the milk in somebody else's mouth. Yeah, I would have been gone. And then they had to put food in their mouths and then put like certain stuff in their mouth and then kiss the next person. And then you gotta go and you gotta bob for popcorn and you gotta get the baseball and then you gotta put this down and then you gotta go squirt some stuff in your mouth and then you gotta kiss this person with that squirt stuff in your mouth. Then you gotta go and kiss the next child. I would have been out. It's good to watch though. It's good TV now. I'm not gonna act like it ain't good TV. It's good TV, but I would be voted off. You said if you had to kiss Austin, you throw up. If I had to kiss Austin, Taylor, or Nick, child, Nick is cute. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that Nick is an attractive boy, but child, I done seen a couple of things around his mouth, and I'm just like, I don't play around with stuff like that. And I would think that they probably, made them do some type of testing or whatever. So I'm not saying I think he got nothing, because I would assume a show to that level and they swapping that much spit and all that they're tested and they're good. So I'm not saying that I feel like he got nothing, but when I see bumps around your mouth, I'm going to get the little heebie-jeebies. So if I was have to kiss Taylor, Nick, or Austin, child, I'd be like, no, vote me out. Just go ahead and vote me out. Just go ahead and vote me out. Just go ahead and vote me out, honey. It's okay. It's okay. Just go ahead. I'll go home. Yeah, I assume they must get tested. I mean, you can't be swapping that much saliva and not. I would assume that they were, getting tested and all that. But all right, y'all, it's been real. Again, like I said, I don't expect this to get a whole bunch of views, because I didn't talk about this while the show was going on or whatever like that. So I'm definitely not in the algorithm for Love Island, but I just was triggered when I saw Huda making this victim narrative like she was bullied, and I'm like, do y'all not know what bully mean? You know what I mean? Do y'all not know what bully mean? And y'all didn't tell me, do y'all feel where I was coming from as it pertains to Amaya? Did that sound rude or harsh? Hopefully it didn't sound rude or harsh, because I'm saying, love her down. But, if we being real, let's be real. I had the chance to be on Bad Girls Club back in the day, but I changed my mind. Girl, thank you. And do y'all think I should watch more shows and give y'all reviews on them? Because I love watching TV shows. I just don't talk about them on my YouTube channel. Zach, what was it? Zach C and Zach K or Zach, I don't know. But yeah, the Zachs were whatever. They was just trying to secure a spot, y'all. They was just trying to secure a spot. They was just trying to secure a spot, honey. But all right, y'all.